video clippings of the abuse that is being met fellow African diaspora. A very good day to all of you. My name is Ambassador Arikana Chihombori Kwao. Over the past couple of days, I've received many messages, emails, phone calls, and video clippings of the abuse that is being meted to our fellow African diaspora living in China. I've watched in horror Africans roaming the streets of China with their possessions after being evicted out of their homes simply because they're Africans. I've watched in horror Africans roaming the streets with their suitcases and at times with nothing at all, roaming the streets after being thrown out of their hotel rooms simply because they're Africans. I have watched in horror women carrying babies roaming the streets of China with nowhere to go after being thrown out of their homes simply because they're Africans. I've heard many stories of Africans who are married to Chinese being separated from their husbands or wives simply because they were Africans. I've heard stories about Africans being forced to take COVID-19 tests simply because they're Africans. In many cases, as individuals did not criteria for testing, or they had been quarantined for a specified time period as mandated by the anti-pandemic laws of China. Not once have I heard any complaints of any African disobeying the anti-pandemic laws of China. Why is it then that Africans are being singled out and mistreated? This situation is not acceptable. It is wrong, and it will not be tolerated. To President Xi, I say, while you have enjoyed good relationships with all the African leaders, it is precisely because of that you should do the right thing. You're sitting in the big boy's chair, and we're asking you to make the big boy decisions. We're counting on you to make sure that the Africans that are roaming the streets and have been evicted from their homes be allowed to go back home. We're also asking you to make sure the Africans who are roaming the streets because they have been thrown out of their hotel rooms be allowed to go back to their hotel rooms. As we speak, President Xi, may I remind you that we have over 10 million Chinese residing in Africa, where we have welcomed them with open arms. We've allowed the Chinese to establish themselves to marry Africans and live happily ever after in our Africa. Why can't Africans be awarded the same welcome that we have given to millions of your citizens? What is being done to Africans in China is deplorable, and the world cannot stand by and allow it to continue. While we understand that the majority of the Chinese are good people, they're good citizens in China as well as in Africa, however, sadly, among them, there are a few bad apples. A few bad apples that have chosen to give China a bad name. A few bad apples that are making China look bad in the eyes of the Africans. This is a situation that cannot be allowed to continue. President Xi, you are a good man, and we would like the relationship between China and the African governments to continue unabated. But the behavior that's coming from a few of your citizens will not be tolerated, and we're counting on you to do what is right, to do what is just, and to do what is fair. The Africans are no longer going to tolerate this abuse from the Chinese or anybody else for that matter. The African youth are enraged. We're asking, when is enough going to be enough? President Xi, the power is in your hands. We value, as Africans, our relationship with China. Please do not allow a few bad apples within your citizens to ruin what is otherwise a wonderful relationship between China and the African countries. As a united citizens, as a united African citizens in the diaspora, we are asking you, President Xi, to do what is right, to do what is just, and to do what is fair. The children of Africa are saying, enough is enough. The abuse of Africans at home and abroad, be it in China or on the continent, Listen, listen. You may not be aware of some of these abuses. There is a United African Citizenry in the diaspora. We hope you will receive our message in the spirit with which it is being delivered to you. We are in a position.
All right.
Fellow African diaspora, a very good day to all of you.
That's it for
the
that's one situation going on. Now this is also my brother here. His name is Wood. Many of us know of him. Popular African who he's a vlogger. He tries very well to help Africans in whatever way he can. He tried to reveal what is happening between our African countries, and here is another episode of one of his vlogs where he was trying to stand up for his African brothers. Here we go. Here's it. Hold on, let me just get this volume up and running. All right, so let me just get this thing from the start.
With another video, and today's video is a continuation of the last video that I did about the inhumane discrimination against Africans living in China, specifically Guangzhou.
They're just not away. They don't even allow us to. They don't even allow us. We are just walking on the road. You see, they cannot give us house. They cannot give us hotel. They cannot provide a place we can stay. They are just following us. You see, they are just following us. They don't want us to stay one place.
If I don't talk about it, I don't know who else is going to talk about it, because people are saying that I complain a lot. I'm not here to complain. I'm here to create awareness, because what our fellow brothers and sisters are going through in China is really terrible, disheartening, and sad at the same time. I don't even know the exact word to describe what is going on at this very moment. And as a young African who have lived in China, who knows how it feels like to be discriminated, and having this platform, over 340,000 subscribers, I cannot keep quiet. I have to come in here.
All right, we are having, all right, we're having some level of difficulties with the static sound that you're hearing. I understand that we are having some static sounds, so let me just try to fix that situation, and then we will get back into what we are trying to get across. So hold on. All right, let's just get back right into what we were doing before. Let's just get right back into that. All right, so here is my boy from Africa. Of course, let him go back into what he was saying.
To know that what is happening in China, you just have to do your best. Share the video, tag your ministers, tag your president, tag people in position in Africa to see what is going on in China. I'm not making things up. People are insulting me. People are telling me that, and it's so sad to see Africans insulting me, telling me that, oh, blame our own people. People are telling me that, oh, tell them to go back to their country. People are telling me to come and develop your own country. So are you trying to tell me that the Chinese people that are living in Africa, it means that China is not developed, that's why they are here? Come on. It's about time we forget the countries that we're coming from and come together as one Africa and support our fellow people. The self-hate is too much among us. Wake up, Africans. I just don't get it. This is sad. Just take a look at what our fellow brothers and sisters are going through right now.
We are too many. We are too many. We are too many. We are too many. They keep pursuing us. They keep pursuing us. They are taking us again. 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 No house, nowhere. Anywhere we go, they will take us.
We have a lot of difficulties we are going through right now because we have been in a lockdown for at least 3 months now. And we have a lot of challenges we are going through at this time. And the most challenge is racism. We are facing racism in a way that we cannot access medical care in hospitals. When we go to hospitals and we need any help, all they tell us is, please go away, after checking our passports and finding out that we are blacks, actually finding out that we are from Africa. Another challenge we face is we cannot use the public means. Because when we try to use that, like if you want to use a bus and you enter a bus, all the Chinese come out. They all come out and they leave you in the bus alone, like they are protesting they can't travel with an African. Another challenge is we are not allowed to use, like to go to the supermarket to buy what we want. We cannot use the hotels. When we go there, after checking your passport, the only thing they tell you is go away, please go away. Another challenge is some of our friends have been thrown out of the houses they've been renting with no reason, not anything. The landlord just comes one morning and tells you, please make sure that today you leave my house. And another thing is, another challenge is they are forcing us to test for COVID-19 because they come to our houses with no notification. They just come to your house and ask for your passport. If you're African, they tell you that we come to test for COVID-19. If you're not African, they tell you no. And when they come, they after testing, they only tell you that we shall call you after 3 days when you're positive. And if you're not positive, no one will call you. They don't leave you with any documents to see that you have tested or that you can show to any other person that you have tested. We also face a challenge of food, like we don't have food as for now. We don't have money for rent, and we ask the government to please intervene.
Now, these people don't have places to sleep. They are all over the street of Guangzhou, and the police are still chasing them. And after chasing them all day, in the night, they have to sleep on the streets. Africans will never treat Chinese people this way in Africa. And I cannot keep quiet till something is done. When something is done, when African leaders decide to help them, I'll keep quiet. When we don't help them, I'll continue pressing on this story. No new video till something is done on this issue. Even some Chinese are speaking against what is happening. They are threatening that Please do not use vulgar language on the internet to attack a nation, especially black people. Africans do business in our country, only tens of thousands. We are in Africa, in the United States, in Japan, Britain, and other countries, and our numbers are even more than this. Law breaking or not, legal or not, own laws or supervision, do yourself first. Treat other nations in a civilized way. Treat other nations in a civilized way. Right? I've seen some Chinese people going out at night to give blankets to black people. It's actually rather not making things out. This is something that is wrong. What about people walking to China to do business? What about the black people living in the country? It's really going to go. Don't chase out of your mouth. Listen to what I say.
They evicted us. And to my wife and my daughter. I think see you have to evict us like that. Look at the small daughter. They ask us to move out. They send us to the street. They brought our place and everything in the street. They reject. So it's true. They came to evict us because they said, foreigners can only live in this apartment because we have the virus.
Hello, hello Africa. This is your girl from South Africa. And today I'm going to share my experience with the COVID-19 in China. That is the day of my life. I've never been situated like this in my life, especially living in China. So basically, for the morning, my landlord came to my door and that I need to leave my apartment. I was given 2-day notice, of which today was supposed to be the day where I have to leave my apartment. And of course, I'm confused and panicking and asking what's happening, what's the problem? And of course, the came directly from me. I really want foreigners. The community doesn't want black people. The community doesn't want Israel. So this series and what is that the community don't want foreigners in the That's what people do. So I'm panicking over right now. I'm thinking what to do. Asking people what's happening and some friends telling me the situation. The Africans have been kicked out.
And the saddest thing is that when this whole COVID-19 broke out, it was Africans who came together to support China. They started chanting, so now Africans are the target. You're always looking for opportunity to discriminate against Africans. Now you're calling it the African virus, which is that the virus started from Africa. And Donald Trump said the Chinese virus was the food of man.
All right, with that being said, I'm not going to play the full video. I'm just going to go right here and jump back into the stream quickly as possible. So we're not going to spend the entire night tonight talking about this. I just have a few things to say, and then we'll be jumping right off of here. So I'm just going to talk about this, the worsening situation in Jamaica. And after I shed a little light on that, for those who are not aware, we're just going to jump off of here. So right now, we have another situation in Jamaica at this time. So another 31 workers in the Portmore St. Catherine-based business process outsourcing BPO company Alorica have tested positive for COVID-19. They are among 32 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, bringing the total number of confirmed infections in the island to 105. The new cases involve 5 males and 27 females, all from St. Catherine, Kingston, and St. Andrew. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton announced at a press conference at Jamaica House a short while ago. The development come days after it was revealed over the weekend that 2 employees of the call center had been infected with the disease. It will likely fuel a growing concern over the presumed vulnerability of the BPO sector amid the corona pandemic, with some people suggesting that the Homeless Administration should temporarily lock down the industry. In a statement on Tuesday, Gloria Henry, president of Global Services Association of Jamaica, formerly the Business Process Industry Association of Jamaica, BPIAJ, said the association categorically condemns any BPO operator that does not follow the guidelines and support actions being taken under the DRMA, Disaster Risk Management Act, against these complaints. Regrettably, the companies that are reportedly not adhering to the guidelines and to the numbers of the GSA, but it is expected to understood that they are still required to comply with these guidelines. In light of what has happened, Alorica, the GSAJ, has revised the guidelines to add mandatory pre-screening to the March 19 measures that have been revised by the association, she said. All right, so a meeting on March 19, 2020, involving sector players and the representative of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. A number of measures were decided on and agreed to be implemented, she said. So that's what is taking place right now. Portmore is under seizure at this very current moment. We have seen, I've gotten a few clips today where people are actually leaving Portmore in numbers. So Portmore is being affected drastically at this moment by we're still having a bad sound. Okay, we're going to wrap up quickly and end this stream. I'm going to try to figure out exactly what is causing such static sound behind the scenes. So I'm going to have to do an unlisted live stream to fix the problem, because when I'm starting the stream off, it is not like that, but eventually the sounds start coming in. So I'm going to have to figure out where that is coming from and what is affecting the audio to cause that kind of a sound. So anyway, I want to say quickly, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting what I do. And I want to say I appreciate you all for coming out. I want to say thank you, Jessica Love, Collector Holic, thank you for coming, Carter Club, Jessica Love, the Allwood Passy, Gorilla Beer Tech, ASMR Galore TM, Life of Mocha, and who damn is Dallas County Scratcher. Marlon Music Channel was here as well. Thank you for coming. So I just want to take a quick time out to thank everybody who turned out and, you know, try to give just a little bit of support. I am really appreciative of it. So as I said before, I'm not going to be on forever. Sharp Bus Pull Up is in the chat. Look who is here. What up, TR? All in the chat. Thank you for coming in. Sharp Bus Pull Up is in the chat. You're welcome, and thanks to Jessica Love, no problem. So as I say, it is now 12:32 right here in New Jersey, and we're going to spend just the next 3 minutes online. So thank you all for coming in. All right, I think I've called the name Sophia. Been working on my album. Oh, Sophia has been working on her album. Oh, that's fine, we understand. Thank you for coming in when you can. You know, it's it is much appreciated. I understand you're never gonna be able to attend all of my live streams. Thelma is here again. Thelma Demetrius is here in the building. Thank you so much for coming. So we have just about 3 minutes to go, but really and truly though, this situation that the Africans have been faced with is a serious condition, and I am truly worried about it. Oh, thank you, Life of Mocha. Yes, it's much clearer now. That system that the Africans are going through in China is really overwhelming, and it is sad to know that human beings are not treated as humans. But then again, those are two dangerous countries, if you ask me. Chinese and the Africans, oh boy, I tell you, they're dangerous people. The Africans eat literally each other. And then the Africans, we've seen many documentaries of Africans who actually, you know, go against each other in fights. I have a lot to say about Africans. As much as I love my African people, I have a lot to say about the Africans, because there is something that I've noticed over the years. And while the Africans cry out, and you know, they cry for peace, and they cry for justice, and they cry for change, and they cry for help, and they hope that life will be better, and they want to leave the country, and they want to go to another country. They want to go to the United States. Well, come to the United States. They just want to migrate from Africa, because Africa is so bad, based on what they've been saying. But the thing that I've had a problem with is that they actually fight themselves, themselves, and hold back their own selves in a lot of things that they do. Now, there is always a cry from, you know, the black community, so to speak. The black community is always crying to say, you know, the white this and the yellow that and the blue and the purple does that, and they don't like us, they hate us, and they this and they that. But can I tell you one problem that I've seen or noticed in this very situation? Is that while the blacks complain about being manipulated, being mistreated, being destroyed by another nation, guess what? They themselves have been used to destroy their own self. So according to what I've seen, while they complain about the white man and the yellow man and the Chinese man walking into their territory, to destroy them. What I have seen is that these people have been used. So I've never seen where a white man walk into an African country and just start misleading or using or beating or mistreating or whatever that is going on over there. What I've always noticed is that a different nation, let me just say a different nation, because I'm the type of person who hate to talk about a black and white. I hate a black and white world, but we can't escape it because other people see the world as a black and white world. But when people talk about the black race and talk about white people being using and abusing and killing and this and that, what I've noticed the whole time is that when the so-called white man goes into the African country, when the so-called Chinese or the Englishman or whatever type of man goes into the African continent, what they normally do is go in and make friends with influential black people and then use black people to infiltrate the system, use black people to do the dirty work. So how are you as a black nation going to complain that the white man this and the white man that, when your own black fellows have been used to destroy your own nation? Africans fight against each other. Africans pull each other down. Africans do this and Africans do that. And they always fail to see that most of the times they are the one destroying themselves. I will agree that, other nations will come in and take charge and eventually destroy the population. But it always starts from one of those people becoming friends with the enemy and then turn against their own people. Anyway, I want to take this time out to say, what happened to your mic? Nothing happened to my mic. You want to see my mic? My mic is right here. You see it? It's still right there, but it is strong. This mic is a powerful mic. I don't have to put it in front of my mouth for it to pick up. It can pick up from anywhere in this area. If somebody drop a spoon in the kitchen, you will hear it right here. I can promise you that. This mic will pick up anything in this area. This mic will pick it up. So anyway, as I said, this stream was not meant to be a very long one. I was just coming on to to get this sad story out and to just get back off of here. So I want to just say again, thank you all for coming, and I really do appreciate you all for coming again tonight. So take care until we meet again. Doreen Merritt, I see you. It's Gordy. Jordy. It's Jordy is in the building, and Doreen Merritt is here as well. Thank you both for coming in. Short bus pull up. Thank you for coming in, and blessings until we meet again. Oh, let me just play this music while we get out. Just to not end it like that.